straight talk from our perspective. This is Mancave Live with your host, Lexington Steele, and co-host, Andre Lavelle, and Johnny Depp on LA Talk Radio. Let's get it in.
What's going on, people? It is the Man Cave live show here on LA Talk Radio. I'm your man, Lexington Steele, along with my trusty cohorts here on the microphones. Gentlemen.
Yep. What's happening?
Johnny Depp appears courtesy of
FormulaR3.com, all natural sexual enhancement for men. Go out and get that. It works.
Rise, rock, and restore, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about PCW Fit.
Oh, man, we getting it in Monday through Friday. Check out the website, PCW Fit.
Yes,
Join
sir.
us.
That's it.
All day. Now, we are anxiously awaiting the potential arrival of our guest, which we had promoted. But in deference to the LA traffic, she may be running particularly behind schedule tonight.
I heard President Obama's in town, too, so that's why traffic
really?
has really been,
Oh, yeah.
You mean to tell me Obama's in town like that means that something is going down because the Secret Service is going to be at the club.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you
See
hear
what I'm
about
saying?
that?
Yo, let me tell you something.
What a way to jump it off. Wow.
I mean, okay, let's look at this. How is it that there's been 6 occasions in which people were able to penetrate the sanctum of the POTUS, that is the President of the United States? I don't get it. I don't get it. Is that a regular thing that happens?
They slacking on the pimping, man. They slacking.
Well, I mean, I've never heard of any other president going through that. I mean, things may have happened, but it probably wasn't told or wasn't broadcast.
Yeah,
now
the media is putting it out there
Yeah, the
more.
media is starting to put stuff out there. You know, I'm sure stuff has happened in the past, but we never heard about it. Nobody ever spoke on it.
Well, or maybe these errors are so glaring. I mean, there's a multitude of occasions we could speak of, but in particular, not for taking for granted what just happened. But how is it that couple, right, made it to that huge dinner party through all that security, shaking hands with diplomats and what have yous, and were within an arm's reach of the most powerful man in the world, the President of the United States? Doesn't matter what president it is, right?
Right.
He's still,
the president.
you're the man.
Of course.
If you're the President of the U.S.
Right.
And let me tell you something. If me and my girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend, but if my female companion and I were going to an occasion at the White House or a White House Christmas party, what have you, we wouldn't
you
get
don't
within.
have the complexion for not being checked. So
Well, yeah.
And also, how did the dude hop the fence?
How to do that? Run up in the building
with a knife.
Hop the fence.
right? Made it not into the east, not the west wing, but he made it into the east wing, which is the residential side.
Right.
He made it into one of the back rooms before. Check this out. Before, lo and behold, there was an off-duty Secret Service agent in that room, happened to be off-duty, who was able to tackle and subdue the assailant.
Now, just imagine if he wasn't there. Just imagine if he was.
Well, what I'm proposing is that these
fill in the
are
blank.
you fill in the blanks. Like, how is it that First of all, how they got to make it through past the snipers, right?
Yeah,
on
man.
the roof.
Exactly.
He went over the fence. Happened to be on the side of the building where the K9 unit is stationed.
Wow.
How'd that happen?
Yeah.
Mind you, not for nothing, people. The front door was unlocked, unmanned, and unlocked. Now you make it inside the building.
Right.
Right? You mean tell me there's not cameras all over the place?
Listen,
I find it, very.
I used to live in D.C. a stint, and I worked in D.C. I worked downtown, and I used to walk past the White House frequently. And let me tell you something. You talking about secure, which I thought it was secure. It seemed very secure because if you're a visitor, I mean, of course you can walk past the gate and take pictures from a distance, but there's no way you can get inside the gate with all that security.
Yeah, I saw the snipers on the roof. When I was there.
So
I was like,
I don't know, man.
serious.
Maybe these guys are taking a coffee break.
Well, so what exactly happened this last situation?
Apparently, the guys were coming from a party,
They took a few to the head.
Took too many to the head and ran into a barrier in the White House. The White House, drunk.
Okay, now one of the things we have to bear in mind is people, you don't just drive directly into the White House. Now, when you go, as I understand it, you actually probably have seen it.
Yeah, it is.
Well, not only the checkpoints, but is there not a zigzag pattern in the road? There are not so much as barricades, but speed bumps. But it's you just not a straight drive. You actually have to zigzag your way through.
Well.
And so if you're intoxicated, perhaps that would lead.
And they said it was going really, really slow, and then they crashed into a barrier. But the point remains is this: they were drunk, and that looks bad as your president's security. I mean, and look, even with the prostitution thing, I mean, it just all looks bad. Like other countries are looking at us like, oh, there they go again.
Now let's expound on the prostitution. This was in Costa Rica or Colombia?
Was it Colombia?
Colombia.
Colombia. I think
Right.
it was
These
Colombia.
things have been going on forever. It's just
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Now
It's just surfacing.
They're putting it out there.
Well, let's look
because
at
think of this. Didn't Reagan get shot at?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a lapse in security?
Kennedy
he actually got
close.
killed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
when-
was a lapse in security.
That, but look,
Right.
look, my man,
Right.
man had the top down. So that's the.
Well, we could speak on
can get
conspiracy
there.
theories
Right,
on
right.
that. I mean, forever. But in terms of Hinckley,
Right.
John Hinckley Jr. Am I
John Hinckley
correct?
Jr., yeah.
Right, within arm's
He was-
reach.
yeah.
He was within the
He was within the crowd,
the
wasn't
crowd
he?
of,
Yeah.
of media.
Right.
And how did he gain credential to get with those press agents at that time? Had it not been for the faithful work of Secret Service, we may have lost
The Gipper or whatever his name was. Well,
Ronald Reagan.
Well, you know what? The Secret Service did their job to a degree because he got hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
Secret Service agent got hit.
No, Reagan got hit.
He didn't get mortally wounded.
He didn't get wounded, but he got hit. So it's still, I mean, they did their job, but I mean, the damage was done. You know what I'm saying, Dre? The damage was done. He already got popped. It's just the doctors that saved him. But again, dude, like how you let the president get hit that close?
Yeah.
But again, that's
Well,
that
so what
remains to
happened
be-
with the hookers? So there was 8 of them, and the 9th one got turned away, as I understand it. And she didn't mind so much as she got turned away.
they didn't want to pay her.
They didn't want to pay her. Beware of a woman scorned. Hell hath no fury, that of a woman scorned.
Isn't that what took down a ball player recently? He didn't want to pay up.
Yeah, Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
You hear about that?
Warren
Pay for
Sapp?
your hoes,
Oh,
man.
Warren
Pay for your
Sapp,
hoes.
yeah.
Yeah. She did the deed, and he didn't want to proceed.
Pay
with
for
the
your
money.
cookies.
We had 2 with him, and one of them, I think, she got double blowjobs, as I understand it. And
You got inside intel.
well, I'm like Stephen A.
Inside
Smith,
scoop.
I know it. I was speaking to
Scoop still.
You got double blowjobs and only paid for one.
exactly. I believe the one wanted $600, the other one wanted $800
Right.
to have sex, and he balked at the premium. And
He made good money, man. Go ahead and pay that broad, man.
Yeah, right.
Come on, dude.
What, did he come from the blowjobs? Because he's
See,
pretty
now-
much
see,
done.
Now we
Maybe
get
he was trying to go for round 2. He might have had the Rise, Rock, and Restore.
Yeah, if he had a ride, rock, and restore, he would have been there a minute.
Yeah,
Trust
you
me,
know.
he would have been there a minute. But anyway, man, the fact remains is, man, it just don't look good. Especially you a professional athlete.
Oh my God! And Greg, we went on a tangent,
on.
but Greg Anthony.
Same too.
But wait, he didn't get busted. Wait, he got busted for solicitation.
Still.
Yeah,
bad, dude.
yeah.
He lost his job, so that's a bad. Yeah.
Wait, isn't there a third guy?
Man, there's so many, man. These guys are slipping. You know?
I thought there was another.
Don't let the small head control the big head.
Yeah,
bottom
man,
line.
that's
Damn.
Or
lost
pay
your-
for your hoes.
You lost your job over that, bro.
Man, especially losing that type
What?
of job.
Come
that-
on,
I
man.
mean, that's
All you
like.
gotta do is sit there and talk about. I mean, I know you gotta do your research and everything, but
Yeah.
it's something you enjoy. So it's really not like a job for you.
Who are they boys though? Because they boys should be hooking them up.
Well, let me
dude.
tell you something. I every now and again I get phone calls from members of the NBA, particularly, and they, that I've met over the years. They're like, hey, can you? I'm sure you get the same inquiries as well.
They want to see it because they
you put
think,
together something,
right?
And I'm like, look, the girls that I know are not groupies,
Right?
They are professionals.
They want to pay.
So it's like
you got to pay to play.
Yeah, you still got to pay,
yeah.
but at least you know your business won't be in the street.
right.
Right,
You
'cause
do
they
the
gonna-
do
they gonna-
and you
yeah,
out.
They're going to keep it on the wraps,
Yeah.
but
They,
dude,
I mean, it's like,
man.
and some, it's not for nothing, but when some of these guys call, I'm like, well, look, yeah, I know her, but she's not going to show up just because I tell her that you are such and such
Right,
that
right.
play for such and such.
Right. They think
She's
you're
gonna-
supposed to snap your finger.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
she's
dude.
going to be like, okay, well, this is what
Yep.
it's going to, I'll need to be compensated. I'll be, okay, well, let me call you, right?
It's just business.
This business. And
Yeah.
whereas, look, if they want that, it's like, look, you can go down to Melrose Ave or Venice Beach and pick up a number of girls, or Hollywood Boulevard on a Friday night and pick up a number of girls that will be impressed with you playing for the.
And see, that's my thing. I don't know the names and don't care to know. But the thing is this: I'm like, dude, you got enough money and you got enough clout where you can just like have your own strip party. You know, not unless
At
if
least
you-
things happen.
Right? Exactly. If you got the paper, come on. But I don't know.
People want to give us a call at 818-570-5085. Hit myself, Johnny Depp, Andre Lavelle, here at Mancave, 818-570-5085.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
What's
on
going,
that note.
yeah, what's going on in Ferguson, man? The wound's been reopened. What's going on?
Well,
man?
the police chief quit.
Yeah,
Right.
And right after that, 2 cops got shot
Right.
doing a protest.
Yeah. This
A
early
peace-
this morning
early
or
this
late
morning.
last night.
Yeah, late last
Like,
night.
yeah.
But it was a peaceful protest, and apparently somebody let off,
Right.
and 2 cops got shot. Like one got hit in the face and one got hit in the shoulder. Now they're not dead. They recovered and everything. But here's my thing. I don't want to see anybody get shot or get wounded. I don't wish that upon no man. But my thing is like, you reap what you sow, and the chickens will come home to roost. Like, how long do you think you can continue to display that type of behavior and nobody's gonna react? You understand what I'm saying? Like that town Ferguson has so much racial tension. It's just the thing that Michael Brown was like the face of it. But that's been going on for years. But Michael Brown put it. He put it in the face of the nation. It's kind of like Emmett Till when he was killed and his mother had the open casket. And people were like, why are you doing that? She said, I want to show the world what these people did to my kid. And it's the same thing. Now it's in front of your face. And I think there's people are just tired of it. And they're trying to group the shooters. They're trying to group them in with the peaceful protests. But if they wanted peace, they wouldn't have shot those officers. So I think it was somebody else that was just probably there, who wasn't in the protest, was around and knew what was going down. They said because it was like a sniper act. The cops got picked off. Now I guess the dudes are on the run. So.
Well, a handgun at 120 yards.
Was it a handgun or a rifle?
No, they said it was a handgun.
Really?
from
Somebody's a
120
good
yards.
shot.
Well, that's the thing that they said that the shots were basically just aimed at it would have. I guess the cops, like I said, were lined up, in some sort of formation where we're outside the police department.
Right.
But as of this evening, they were arguing that perhaps it may not have been from up on the hill, as eyewitnesses
That's what they were
stipulated,
saying.
at 120 yards. But at 120 yards with a handgun, snipers would have a difficult time making that type
That's
of
what
remark.
I'm saying. That's why I'm saying
With a handgun.
With a handgun.
Yeah.
That's more like rifle work.
You know what I'm saying?
You shoot somebody on 20 yards with a handgun, you hit him in the face?
Yeah.
Dude, you're nice.
Yeah, right below
That's
the right eye with one dude, and the other one went through his shoulder and out his
shoulder.
back.
So it was a precise hit.
I mean,
in the face?
that's, well,
Under the-
if
under the-
someone, but if that, look, it'd have been more impressive if they were within range and hit somebody underneath the right eye. Now, if you're shooting from far away, 120 yards, you're lucky to hit anything. It just
That's
so
what I'm
happens,
saying. But
right?
yeah, but that And you said they were aiming.
No. I'm not saying
wasn't?
they're
Okay.
aiming at the group. I mean, I'm making a supposition
Okay,
that they were
okay.
aiming at the group.
At the group.
And just randomly, this is how or what happened when they fired.
Right.
The other argument that's come out this evening, as of this evening, was that perhaps it was someone within the crowd that was relatively close to them. Now that was rebutted by the fact that had they been within range, neither of those officers would have been able to survive, or at least certainly the one that got shot in the face
Right.
would not have survived.
And if they would have been that close, I think they would have caught those guys.
They would have. Yeah.
See, now here we see that's what makes it a story, because everybody has these assumptions.
Well, we've all seen that there have been infiltrators into certain organizations to,
Right.
Right.
destroy the organization, destroy the group, or to perpetuate more, violence on the group. So, who's to say?
I mean, is it possible? And I know they're exhausting all resources to find the two perpetrators. Do you think that if they are found to be not of the group, that the media will try and still make them of the group?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Because this was this
Of course.
this group that was gathered last night, as I understand it, were completely different than what we saw 9 months ago, when there was an agitation that came with it being now. Whereas this group was certainly not in a violent attitude, it would seem.
I would say if it were to happen, it should have happened prior to this. If people
With
were
the
going to be
violence?
violent. Yeah. And because there was no violence, that's why I think it's something else, some underlying group or infiltration involved.
And look, and the piggyback on your statement, if it would have happened when it was supposed to happen, like after the verdict, they would have been looking for it more, because they were out there. The cops were out there in droves.
Right.
Now this time around, I mean, there was a police presence, but it was supposed to be a peaceful march. But that was the best time to strike, because they didn't know it was coming. They thought everything had to. It's just kind of like that dude that hit you in the face. After school, he hit you in the face, and you let it slide for like a week or so. You're like, when he least expect it, that's when I'm gonna get him. And that's what it seemed like. Like, bow, like, oh, like, wait a minute, we thought it was all peace. He's like, nah, that one person was sitting back saying like, nah, I'm gonna let it ride up, and then all of a sudden, that's when I'm gonna strike. So that's what it seemed like to me. Because Dre made a good point. They wanted to do it. They could have done it when the cop got off.
Yeah.
And the police chief, not only did he retire, he got severance pay.
Well, there were 6 employees that resigned subsequent to Tom Jackson, police chiefs. And I mean, 6 people, and they're all getting severance, including 2 police officers, Officer Wilson, police chief. That's 4. The other 2, and the other 2 was a bookkeeper.
Well, didn't the government
In actuality,
validate what everyone was saying anyway?
No, they invalidated it.
No, as far as racism and so forth?
They pulled a lot of stuff out on that. Yeah.
A court clerk was fired last week, 2 police officers, and the judge that oversaw the court system also resigned.
All right, check this out. Now, who comes out on top in that situation? Let's really look at it. Just take the gloves off. Who really comes out on top? They do.
Who's they?
The cops that retire and all that, because
those individuals.
Yeah, those individuals. Because look, now they don't have to deal with this. They don't have to deal with they don't have to deal with that element anymore. They don't have to deal with that.
Well, what has been argued by
Take the money
media
and leave.
Well, what's been argued by the Republican media, if you will, is that it's not any of those individuals that are at fault. It was the grand jury which decided to not bring the indictment. So they're saying that these 6 people are not the ones that are obviously removing Officer Wilson from that group. But the other 5 are not at fault. It would be comparable to.
But you know,
the
But how many
grand
Fergusons
jury.
are there around the
there's
country?
There's
Right,
many.
right,
There's
right,
many.
right.
And
So-
to answer your question, Lex,
Yeah.
to answer your question,
Right.
they may not be, they may have not done anything, but they're still part of that group. So
Culpable.
yeah.
Right.
So they
In
still
some
gonna
way.
look at you like, it's been going on for years.
And that's the point. See, it's so much deeper than just Ferguson, because perfect example, the college fraternity with their races just a couple days ago.
Wow.
Now these young
Sigma
people,
Alpha Epsilon.
yeah,
Wow.
the mentality that they have, these are future leaders of the country, future CEOs, future lawyers, future doctors. Now they have this sickness in their head, and they're taking that with them, spreading it. So when my grandson goes to get a job, this person is racist. My grandson gets sick and goes to the hospital. Who's to say his doctor isn't
Right.
racist? So it goes beyond just, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a sickness that has to be cured,
It's
man.
a sickness and
destroyed.
And the crazy thing is, like, the media has a tendency to pass the buck. Like, okay, live up to it. It is what it is. Because they're like, oh, like one commentator had made the statement like, oh, well, blame it on rap music. How you gonna blame that on rap music? First of all, they tried to say it was a song they were rapping. Like, it wasn't a rap song.
That was not what they were doing.
Not what they were doing.
Yeah.
That wasn't. So let's stop there. So let's stop passing the buck. Stand up for what it is, and then once you do that, then you can find a way to fix it. But until you keep saying there's no problem, there's no issue, blah blah blah, keep passing the buck, it ain't gonna never get fixed, man. That's just the bottom line. Just own up to it. It's wrong. And then you use it within your community. That's another can of worms. I don't even want to open that up. I wish we had some callers and we can really get into it about that word. But, dude, what they were chanting and what they were saying, like hang and all, like, come on. You can't no rap song.
And there's a definite distinction, whereas the house mother
did you
was
see
on
that?
film, or was captured as well,
What?
singing the chorus of a very, very popular song. Now, her use of the word nigga in the song, she was merely reciting the chorus of the song, and which is, you can hear on Sirius Radio or satellite radio or anywhere, the pervasive use of the word nigga in black music. So that black music was playing amongst these white kids is not a surprise. And not for nothing, I assure you that people are singing along word for word in their cars.
Right, of course.
See what I'm saying?
Of course.
So that is distinguishable from what we saw from the fraternity, because
Right.
the fraternity had a dedicated original chant that they were talking about hanging.
Yeah.
And the distinction as well is in the use of ER versus A, whereas the fraternity, you can hang a nigger from a tree. He will never be SEA or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever they're
Whatever.
Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Whereas the old den mother was just, was caught, unfortunately, singing the chorus of a song being played audibly on the bus.
You know what?
And they're going to try and find her at fault, where she, maybe it was not within good taste. Certainly enough at her age, she could have distinguished between what's in good taste and not.
Exactly. You know what I'm about to say? That your rebuttal is the same stance Don Lemon took, and they ripped them apart.
Really?
For that. Yeah, they talking about how could you sit there and
Wait,
and Don Lemon.
Other blacks ripped Don Lemon apart for
they ripped them and was like, how can you sit there and justify that? Because as
justify
you said,
the woman or the
justify the woman singing that. As you said, he's like, well, it's just a song. She's just singing a song. But I'm like, okay. But like you said, at that age, and like certain things not to touch.
But let me ask you
certain
this.
things is very, very sensitive.
Okay, but understand, and certainly from where she's from, her generation, she's probably seen it firsthand from the good side, I'm sure. Right? Not for nothing. But it is something to debate and argue whether or not at what point as black Americans do we get off this garbage. Our continual use of the word is garbage to begin with. and then we turn around and tell other people that that it's uncool for them to say it.
You know what?
When they may just be singing, I'm just simply saying they may just be doing no more than singing along with a song. Okay, now I'm just saying that I know factually we can agree that not everybody that may sing word for word with a song means every word. I don't sing along. See what I'm saying? I might carry a riff here and there. I ain't gonna put out a hot 16.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Dre might. Dre might drop, Dr. Dre might drop a couple, I know your way around a couple bars,
Yeah, I get around like Kit Kat.
You know what I'm saying? but right? Okay, let's talk about that.
Well, here's the thing, Lex, and like we're from the same hip hop generation,
right?
So I'm gonna say something that maybe a lot of people may not agree with. But here's the thing. Now, the use of the word nigga.
Right.
Now, we've used that in our communities amongst ourselves for years. Am I right or wrong,
right.
Dre?
Some people have used it.
But for many years,
as
generation,
part of colloquialism.
Right, it's part of colloquialism, what we say amongst ourselves.
Right.
Okay? Because some things are just best kept inside the circle.
Now, mind you, there are many definitions of the word within our colloquialism.
Right, okay. But for this sake, okay, that's something that we adopt, just joyfully just playing around with it. Like,
term of endearment.
Yeah. Be on the basketball court. Oh, anything of that, So I think what happened
was.
was.
in a denigration type of mode?
Yeah, it was denigration.
Well.
It was never embraced in my household or the people I was around. My uncles would say it, but they were intoxicated. Or when it was said, it was to degrade a person.
Right. Now, in some instances, but like let's say, like if we on the basketball court,
right.
you on the court, you in the streets, and you playing, and it's like I said, it's within your culture, inside your circle.
All right.
And the dude may hit a shot. You be like, yo, nigga, nice. Like it just flows over.
When he's nice, what?
Huh?
Say it.
Oh, you say, the nigga's nice.
Right. But okay,
and that nigga's nice.
By way of comparison and contrast, what about when Kobe, at a timeout, turned and looked squarely at Dwight Howard and called him a bitch ass nigga? See what I'm saying? That is, term of endearment. Yo, that nigga's nice. Or that bitch ass nigga. You a bitch ass nigga. See what I'm saying? So there's many different ways, a myriad of ways that we use it.
Of course.
I think what's happening is we are, as a community, are surprised that other factions of Americana are fully aware of the differentials that exist with the use of that word.
Right. And
they know how to use it differently, too.
Check it. But I'm going to tell you how it got out.
And we've taught that.
I'm going to tell you how it got out,
I believe we are at fault.
But listen, I'm going to tell you how it got out. Because here's the thing. If you have something within your circle, or you may just have certain slang words within your circle that you say, and it never gets out.
Right.
But soon as there's a path, or there's something that can expose it, hip hop music.
Right. Huge vehicle
to let it out. It's something that we used to say amongst ourselves and never thought twice about it. I'm a kid of the 70s. I'm a teenager of the 80s. And we just that's just what it was. But when it got that vehicle to go far,
when it became mass share with the masses, we've seen that.
We've seen it.
We've seen that growth.
And I say at this point, I'm like, okay, there's certain things that you just should have just left amongst yourselves, not to just spread out. Because I'm gonna tell you something, Lex, and you may know. Let's do the numbers here. 85% of the people that buy hip hop are white suburban kids.
Right.
There you. So you don't think it, and they thinking it's cool. And it's hip, so they say to themselves, "Yo, it's cool to say nigga," because they call themselves. And I dig their style, and I like where they're going with.
I think it has to do more with your consciousness and how you were raised, the era in which you were raised. Because I came up, and we were African Americans, and nigga was not part of something that we embraced. That was a derogatory term.
In all cases in Chicago.
Well, I'm not saying all cases in Chicago, but
see, that's what I'm saying.
My family
right.
and the way I came up.
Yeah.
So we didn't embrace it.
Right.
Richard Pryor put it out there. That was my first really hearing of it, Richard Pryor, and it was
And
humor,
after years,
joke.
he came around.
And then after, he was
After
like,
years,
oh,
he came around,
and
right.
that's the power of the media, and shows how much power
what I'm
he
saying.
had,
Right.
because
That's
he's
my point.
brought it back around. It's like, oh, I was wrong.
That's my point.
I'm no longer a nigga. So it really got cut off then,
But
because
you
we were
know
like,
what?
yeah, that's right, and we embrace Afrocentric mindset and so forth. We were, and then pro hip hop, positive hip hop.
That's true.
Then you had NWA come and destroy all that progress.
Hey, you know what, man? That's like, to take it back, when you say a lot of it is generational, because you may have been raised consciously in a conscious family, but for the most part, let's think about the majority of us. The majority of us in those neighborhoods, if you came up in those neighborhoods and that, it was just said, and it was amongst us. You didn't say it around. You didn't say it around the white boys. You didn't say it around the Puerto Ricans. Or in this case in New York, it was blacks and Puerto Ricans. So they looking at them like, they look just like
interchangeable,
us.
yeah.
They got. I know.
It
Puerto
was like a
Rican
cuss word. It was like a cuss word.
it's just like boom. It just rides off your tongue. Like, okay, but I think, like I said, when they got in that vehicle and it got exposed, and you can't be mad now that they say that, because, not for nothing, we've talked about instances, even with our industry, certain cats, they just throw the word around so loosely. And I'm amongst them, and I cringe. I'm like, yo, there's certain things like,
and you look at YouTube video, you got Latin kids calling each other.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got Chinese cats.
Yeah.
Filipinos, you know what I'm saying? But they're listening to our music. So, of course, they're going to adapt our style.
Well, in those cases of different types of cultures and people from around the world with the use of the word, they are adopting the endearment, term, the endearment version of that word.
Saying. They're not, you got some that may use it out of like, I'm a nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like this hillbilly type. But for the most part, you get a lot of those white kids and Filipino kids, they feel as though like, yo, we're part of this hip hop culture too.
And they think it's part of the hip hop culture to use those terms as a term of endearment. And what I'm saying is, where does the change happen, or where does the fault lie, so we can identify a potential change?
The fault lies, I would say,
is it squarely in? It's not. It can't be only in hip hop. It's societal as well.
For the most part, it is hip hop, because hip hop is a culture in itself,
Right?
And
right.
it invaded mainstream culture. You can't turn around and say, no matter where you look, you see hip hop.
Right.
You may see it in the person where he wears his hat,
But
where he wears his sneakers, is his
Right.
vernacular, a number of things.
Even on
But
the
what
basketball
drives
court,
hip
you
hop?
get another
Basketball
fire
what
court.
drives
generation.
hip hop though? The music itself drives hip hop.
Well, that's part of it. That's part of
That's
hip hop.
we know that's part of it.
That's part of
but
it. That's
the
not the main-
exposure that the music brings to hip hop.
Right, because-
so from Lil Wayne getting tatted all across his face, not
Right.
everybody trying to get tatted up. We have a call coming in. All right.
Well, bring it on. Bring it on.
Hello, caller. Thanks for calling in.
Hey,
Hello?
Hey,
thanks.
what's
I was
up?
hoping to talk.
Good evening,
I'm
caller.
From,
Did we lose that?
Echo there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
You're
Okay.
live.
Yeah, I had a question for Lexington and Steele.
Yes.
My grandmother is actually kind of a huge fan of yours, and I was curious if it would be something. Her birthday's coming up pretty soon. If you could make a mold of your cock and send it to her, is that something you'd be interested in?
No, I wouldn't. But I will suggest what you could do is you can go online and find my adult novelties, at an outlet near you.
Okay. Could you maybe like autograph something?
No. And as a matter of
If I
fact,
bought one for her and send that to her.
no, I certainly enough. This is not the something I wouldn't do. And of course, this is not the venue to discuss it. Thanks very much, Cole. Have a good night.
All right, thanks.
So where were we, gentlemen?
Oh, that was a rather odd duck, but
Yeah.
anyway. Oh no! As far as the word, the uses of the N word, just to keep it politically correct. I think a lot of it, like you said, is generational, and there's certain things that you keep within your culture that you keep amongst yourselves, and like I said, I think that it just escaped because of hip hop music, and it's just thrown around so frequently, And then if you're listening to that music, and you're part, and you want to become a part of that culture, because culture is a lifestyle. You dress, your vernacular and everything. So of course they're gonna take that word in. So who do we have to blame at the root of it is ourselves, because we gave it away.
But is hip hop as an art form, or no, hip hop as a culture, rap as an art form?
Yes, there it is.
Rap as an art form, its popularity has made it. Not for nothing, but it's global.
Well,
I mean, has it become everybody's art form?
Yeah,
people are rapping
has.
in many different foreign languages.
But yeah, they're rapping in different languages, but it's still based on the vibe that we created, whether positive or negative. But then too, it's artists not realizing the power that they had at the time that the transformation was happening, because we went from cross colors, wearing the power sign, the black, red, and green. We were African symbols. It was all positive. But the powers that be who distribute, I would say that they were afraid of this nation becoming pro-black. So they had to throw a monkey wrench and push it to the other side, where this ignorance, miseducation, violence became the mainstay versus positivity.
You know what, Dre? To answer that, unfortunately, because I'm a hip hop artist as well. I write. Pen's a little rusty. I haven't written in a while, but I'm part of the hip hop culture. I write. I hip hop. Thing is like anything that's positive or is uplifting, it's not juicy news. It's not going to sell. Unfortunately, that's how society paints, because society, especially the American society, it loves controversy.
Right.
It loves violence. I mean, listen, this is what the nation was founded on: violence.
Because
robbery.
It's a sick nation.
Right. Well, you know what? That's
organized and structured by sick people.
Hey, man. You know what? And then and those are the ones that are the check writers. They're going to market what they want to market. That's why you have to step off and get your own.
And we were trying to do that.
Yeah.
But if people don't know the difference in, hip hop was about partying. It was about good times and good energy. It was about vibes. Even the battle rap, it wasn't violent.
Right.
Breakdancing came from stopping the violence. They were dance-offs. Now it's nothing but... I'm in love with the cocoa. Come on, it's singing about freaking drugs. Come on,
hey man,
ain't even good music.
It's
garbage.
It's sad, man. Because you know what? And again, it's generational. Because not for nothing, I got a buddy of mine. He's super hip hop dude. You can't tell this dude. I mean, he's still in a time warp in a sense, because he's still loving Wu-Tang and Nas, which I like those guys too. But this generation, they don't really know nothing about those guys because they wasn't around. They had their Wu-Tangs and they had their Nas's, and unfortunately, that's what they do. Now, my thing is this: you don't have to listen to it. Cut it off.
I mean, I don't think that some of the artists that we speak of are still relevant. I mean, if you look at the Wu-Tang, Raekwon is still putting out.
I mean, he's still
Lex
putting
Diamonds.
out, but he's not on a national level. He's not like a Lil Wayne.
Right. He's not. He may not be as prolific.
I mean,
as
yeah,
Lil
he has
Wayne.
his core. He has his core audience and his fan base due to what he's done back in the '90s. But right now,
you know what? I would venture to say that if the people that are placed have ascended to a position of power. With that power, are they enlisted to the responsibility of helping to progress culture? Whereas if you're a Jay-Z, right, perhaps would it be progress, or would it be possible for a man of his intellect and lyrical skill and writing skill? Can he not write lyrics that do not use the word nigga in the lyrics, so that when he's doing a concert in an arena in Paris and he puts the microphone out to the crowd and they're seeing every single word, including the use of the word 35,000 young French people,
Again, like I said, it escaped through the vehicle, hip hop.
Right.
This dude is.
But isn't it beholden upon hip hop to participate in the
Yes.
You
in
have,
the
you know
right?
what, you have
In the
some, you
progress?
know what, you have some rappers that do, Lex, but unfortunately they get trumped over by the most popular ones, and like Dre said, the most popular ones, you know, I hate to use the word, throw it out there, but are the ignorant ones. You know, it's easy to control a blind man.
Right.
It's time for hip hop to evolve.
Well, it may
Let's
be.
pull the pants up. What's wrong with wearing a suit and tie or you
Well,
know?
it'd be very, very difficult. We haven't seen
generation is
especially for hip hop.
But look at, I mean, it started that way. Big Daddy Kane was suited.
Yeah, he was, but you know what? And it's so unfortunate. He was suited, but after a while, he started losing record sales because of the people like the NWAs and the Snoop. So the wave started changing. The mindset started changing
Because we used to get our fade.
right.
every
You be
week,
tight,
tight.
you know. And Big Daddy Kane, he covered numerous subjects. You know, now is money, hoes, pimping, drugs.
Well, one of the things that we did not have around the time of the origins of hip hop, as we spoke of, compared to now, is there were regional contributions that were much more definitive as in the last 10
exactly.
years.
Now you can't
The
tell one
emergence
from
of
another.
right, we see the emergence of the Dirty South. You know, whether it's Florida or Louisiana, right, Midwestern, whether it's Cleveland, Chicago, Common, Cleveland with
Thugs.
Bone Thugs,
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now in L.A., as we spoke of, NWA, Dr. Dre, first hip hop billionaire.
There it is.
See what I'm saying?
They changed the game, man. They changed the game.
And
man.
that's the thing about it. It's still beholden upon them to carry that fire, to be the vanguard of change.
I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. I mean, they had songs about drugs. I mean, white lines.
yeah,
But it was
I get one
a
for
lot
you.
deeper.
yeah.
Puff the magic dragon lives by the sea.
How about that?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here tonight on the Man Cave. I want to thank you guys for joining us in this hour. Before we get out of here, guys, anything that you want to let these people know?
Oh man, go to formula-r3.com, man, and get that all natural sexual enhancement. You know, the days are gone of the pharmaceuticals, man. This is the alternative, and this is no side effects.
I'll be at Inside Jokes tomorrow night.
Okay.
Friday.
That's
Hitting the
what's
stage
up.
again, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm
yeah.
gonna do my
Getting the
thing.
groove back. Gotta
All
get
right,
your
so
groove
that's
on.
Inside Jokes.
Inside joke.
L.A.
Yes.
Saturday.
Saturday night. Yes. That's 6801 Hollywood Boulevard. Oh, and that's where the Chinese Theater, right there in
Oh,
Hollywood
right there,
Heights.
Chinese, Chinese
yeah.
joint.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna try and be there for that one, ladies
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna have to
gentlemen.
step in the house for that one. Man.
Yeah.
You
You
know
know,
what
I
I'm
give you a
saying?
shout out too.
Get his joke on.
Yes, sir.
All right, before we get out of here, I want to make one announcement. This came in before I left my home to make it to the studio. Kerry Washington, and we know her from Django, as well as Scandal, will play Anita Hill in an HBO movie known as Confirmation.
Wow.
And that will chronicle the scandal-plagued nomination process of Supreme Court Justice Clarence No Good Uncle Thomas.
Yo. Wow. Put
There's
him
a
on
pubic hair in my Coca-Cola.
blast.
Yeah, and
There's
it's
a
a
pubic hair in my
long,
Coca-Cola.
long brown one.
Full blast.
So I don't know. We will have a lot to talk about that because I know that puts many people on different sides of the table. With Anita Hill, did she do an injustice? Could she have helped the brother out?
Help a brother out.
But he may not have been the brother to help out, in my opinion.
Wow.
Now, we need a sister to help out my man Bill Cosby. But
I did not do things to the girls and the drugs and things.
What's the latest? What's the latest order, man? I mean, he's still in the frying pan.
oh my God. Hey, you know what? Who's gonna play Clarence Thomas?
I don't know.
There's a couple good actors. Remember, what's the actor's name that we spoke about? He's always and he knows his stuff. He was on Bill Maher's show.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. He could
From
do
The
that.
Wire.
Yeah, yeah.
And from what was the New Orleans show that's on HBO?
Oh, I know what you. I
Yeah, I
forget
know
the
who you're talking
name.
about.
I know who
He
you're
would
talking
be.
about now.
He might be great
Right.
as because he's a good actor, but
Right.
unfortunately we can't remember his name. I can't remember his name.
Is he? You say he's from Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. He used to be
He is
kind of
from
heavy
Louisiana?
set.
No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
on
yeah.
a show
Yeah, he's
on
kinda-
HBO that's
And he's from
He's from there.
from there.
He's from there.
Oh,
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I forget
very
his
good.
name. I
Very
forget his
skillful
name.
brother, man. And,
Right.
and he ripped it up on Bill Maher. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he went in.
yeah.
He went in. You said your man Marlon Wayans is playing Richard Pryor. What you think about that?
You heard that? I heard it.
No.
Oh,
he
he's
no,
not-
he
it's-
auditioned for
he
it.
auditioned
Yeah, he
Didn't
won.
take
So
for
did
it.
Nick Cannon, but Mike Epps got it.
Mike Epps.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Or no? Or did he get it? Or he's the front
He's
runner.
up for it. Okay.
I heard he's a front runner because Richard Pryor had told people that he wanted, before he died, that was who he wanted to play him in a biopic.
Stop.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps.
So Nick Cannon put his bid in.
Right.
Wayans put his bid in.
Right.
But the family has chosen to go with Mike Epps.
Okay. That's a good choice.
The family wants Mike Epps, and Mike Epps has chops.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine.
Gotta get his Rich Pryor impression on.
You
That's
know?
what's up.
All right. Hey, this is a Man Cave. We'll be back every Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying? My man Johnny Depp appears courtesy of
FormulaR3.com. Go out and get it.
Andre. What you repping?
PCW Fit all day, every day, everything. PCWFit.com.
I'm your man Lex Steele. I'm at Lex11 on Twitter, Lexington.Steele on Instagram. For all the good people here on Man Cave, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We know there's many ways that you could have spent your time tonight. We appreciate you spending your time with us. We'll see you next Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. Peace.
I'm a granddaddy again.
I'm in love with the go-go.
Straight talk from our perspective. This is Man Cave Live with your host Lexington Steele and co-host Andre Lavelle and Johnny Depp on LA Talk Radio. Let's get it in.